and the Austin City Council members will discuss possible new regulations for Type 2 short-term rentals. Type 2 rentals are homes that are not occupied by the homeowner. New regulations proposed would impose noise limits. It would make the homeowners keep a guest registry and ensure rentals are 500 feet apart from each other. At least one council member wants to ban Type 2 home rentals altogether. This is an important debate that I think a lot of people are talking about this morning. So we are lucky to continue that debate this morning with Brian Sharples, the CEO and co-founder of HomeAway here in Austin. Thank you for waking up so early with us.
Good morning, Sally.
Good morning. I know you've been keeping track of this debate.
Yes.
What do you think of the proposed rules for Type 2 or the possible ban altogether? How would this impact HomeAway?
Well, listen, Austin's a city that's been fairly progressive in terms of creating regulations around vacation rentals.
Yeah.
And we think that's okay. We think regulation generally is good for the industry. It makes it safer for all the participants. I think of all the things that they're discussing today, obviously a ban on Type 2 rentals is probably the thing that we think is the most egregious. This happens to be the hometown of HomeAway, which is the largest company doing this in the world. And so it's somewhat ironic that the city would even have that up as an item today.
So explain to me then how you're working with the city then when it comes to this is a real issue. Obviously, it's not going away because it's been going on for quite some time. What are you doing to step in and say, hey, since we are from Austin, let's try to work something out here?
Sally, the reality of this issue is that the whole debate started when a handful of houses were cataloged as party houses. They were creating a lot of noise, they were creating parking problems, they were creating trash issues. There are probably 1,200 licensed vacation rental homes in Austin. You have about 4 that have created the majority of the complaints. And so we stepped in last week and said, look, we'll do our part. We created a new program called Stay Neighborly. We revised our terms and conditions to give us now the legal right to remove someone from our sites if they violate a local ordinance. We're going to have a no tolerance policy against that. We have now a direct connection between the neighborhoods and HomeAway and between HomeAway and the city so that together when these problems come up, those what we call bad actors get removed. And those 4 properties that have created almost all the debate in Austin are now removed from our websites. And that's a big deal because it's very hard to run a profitable rental business in this town if you're not listed on our platform.
And do you think you will still be able to stay in town if the city council says, no, we're going to propose these rules or we're going to ban it altogether? Or do you have to leave Austin?
No, it's a very complicated question because what are called Type 1 rentals are still legal even if they ban Type 2. Type 1 simply means that somebody lives in the property a certain percentage of the year. What will happen is everybody who's considered a Type 2 will now call themselves a Type 1. The business will just go underground. People will then stop paying their taxes, stop being licensed, and you'll get back to a place where the city can't monitor this activity. So on any level, and we've seen this happen before in other cities, trying to ban is just going to be bad policy.
Okay, Brian, it's always good talking to you. Thank you for waking up early.